So I guess for me, where I'm kind of with the questions that you have is more or less, are we actually going after teacher loan forgiveness? Because you said someone told you that if you went back into repayment, um, that your if you made payments, that your payments wouldn't count for forgiveness. So what I'm wondering is, if are we actually going for teachers loan forgiveness, or if this person that you were working with was speaking to you about public service loan forgiveness? Because teacher loan forgiveness, like I said, is not necessarily connected to payments. It's more or less the type of loans that you have. Also, are you a teacher as defined under that particular loan, under teacher loan forgiveness, the type of loans that you have, and then also the academic years that you have worked. Have you worked those 5 consecutive years for that particular school? Not only that, for teacher loan forgiveness, you're only forgiven a certain amount, which is, I believe, is up to like a little over 17,000. So what's important to know, that if you are going after teacher loan forgiveness, unless you have a balance and that discharge is going to cover, if you get that 17, whatever the change is on it, the amount is that's on it, is that going to cover the entirety of your loans? Because if you go for public service loan forgiveness, and this is where we start talking about payments under public service loan forgiveness, because this is where we have to have, because PSLF is a two-part program. You have to have the 120 months of qualifying employment. And as a teacher, you could be working for a qualifying employer. So under public service loan forgiveness, you have those 120 months of qualifying employment, but then we have to have those 120 months of qualifying payments under a qualifying repayment plan. And if you're in the SAVE plan, that means technically that is not a qualifying plan for the sake of public service loan forgiveness, meaning that you can do one or two things. You can buy back those months that you have spent in the SAVE plan forbearance, or you can switch over into another income-driven repayment plan. But we have an injunction against pay-as-you-earn income contingent repayment, the plans that were created by the Department of Education, meaning that if you were to switch into one of those other plans that were created by the department, you're not going to see any forgiveness. You can still make your payments, but you're not going to see any forgiveness under those. And if those plans are canceled in their entirety, then that still means whatever the repayment plans is that will be offered, you would have to switch over. Now, as things state right now, your payments will go with you if you're forced into another repayment plan, if these other ones don't survive. Okay, but I don't want to go into all of that. Income-based repayment right now was the only other option that you would have that would be technically a qualifying repayment plan, but you also have to qualify to get into that plan as well. So I'm hoping that, this answers, because you're speaking about payments, I'm wondering if the person that you were working with was actually talking about public service loan forgiveness and not necessarily teacher loan forgiveness. So because you